Hello. Welcome to this guided coaching meditation, all about confidence, your confidence. It's an interesting word, isn't it, confidence? It means so many different things to different people. And some people really look confident and yet might be really shaking with inside. And others who look really nervous can turn out a performance brilliantly. And it doesn't matter who you are or how you show confidence or lack of confidence. Today, I just want you to reflect and ponder what confidence is for you. So to start with, allowing yourself from some 10 to 15 minutes just to have some downtime, to allow yourself to pause, to slow down, to give yourself the time, your precious time, to listen to this recording. Wherever you are, please make sure that you will be undisturbed for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Know, however, that if it's an emergency, you can come back whenever you need to, and it will be fine. But on the whole, avoid any unnecessary distractions so that you can sink deeply into who you are. You can tune in to that deeper mind of yours, the one that stores everything that you know, not just now, but in the past too. That's right, very good. So when you're ready, begin to close your eyes as I count you down from 5 to 1 into a gentle trance. As 5, you're listening to this for a reason. And whatever that reason is, I want to help that deeper part of your mind to be able to access whatever it needs to access to help you the most. 4, being open to whatever you can be open to that's going to help you the most. 3, and I don't know whether this is a generic confidence building session for you, or whether it's a specific something you've got coming up and you need to tap into the confident you. 2, it makes no difference. Just that you are willing to listen to the sound of my voice and the meaning of my words and just be. That's right, very good. As 1, allowing yourself to sink as deep as is right for you today, doubling any relaxation you may have or trebling it, so that you can just allow yourself this time and this space. When people come to see me for confidence issues, I'm always very aware that confidence is a state. And like all states, it's transient. So no one person is confident all the time. And if you do come across somebody who's confident all the time, the chances are they're not challenging themselves. They are not growing. They're sticking with what's safe. And there is the rub. It's about being safe. It's about knowing what you need to know, about what you need to do, who you need to be, what you need to say, or how you come across. Isn't that interesting? The confidence is actually more about your own personal belief in yourself. And I wonder what that generates for you as a thought when I tell you that. This is all about you feeling good about yourself, believing in yourself, trusting yourself. And when you're not confident, what is happening? And that's what we're going to look at today. What is going on for you? Because you have the right to be who you need to be. Because your number one responsibility is to fulfill your own fundamental human needs of feeling good mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Realize that you have the freedom within yourself and the authority to do anything you feel is necessary to satisfy this basic need to feel good. It's just that we don't always recognize that authority because we've been trained, we've been programmed, we've been told what to do or who we need to be. And today, I'd like you to take back that control and authority and realize you are in charge of you. There's a you in you that is bursting to get out. Your life and your well-being is in your hands, whether you benefit or you suffer, feel good or bad, depending on what you're prepared to do. Because it's all according to the consequences of everything you think, say, do, and feel. But you are in charge of your own life. So knowing that's the case, it's about starting to learn to believe in yourself and trust yourself so that the only time you may feel a lack of confidence in your abilities, in your efforts, in who you are, is when you're faced with something new. And then, even then, you can feel confident in your abilities to start to know what to do, how to overcome them. So where does this lack of confidence come from? Just for a moment, I want you to recall a time when you felt a lack of confidence. Ideally, the earliest memory could have been in school. It's one place that a lot of people take on a lot of stuff about themselves that is not true. It may have come from a bully. It could have been a teacher. It could have been your parents. It doesn't matter. It's not about them. This is about you. And I want you to tune into that you who was feeling unconfident, maybe fearful, and definitely not feeling safe. And if you can't get something specific to mind, that's okay too. Because what I'm going to ask you to do is tune into that you. What do they need? Maybe you can get a sense of that little person, that younger person, that you in their 20s or their 30s, doesn't matter. Just get a sense of them sitting opposite you, as though in a mirror. And check, what do they need right now to feel more confident in themselves, to believe in themselves and to trust themselves? They need something. For some people, it will be support. For others, it's a recognition, reward, a chance to know that they are loved, lovable, wanted. There's a whole raft of reasons. You choose whatever it is that you wants. And now, when you've got a moment and you've got the you that's not feeling too confident, I want you to send that you unconditional and universal love from your heart to them. Why universal? Because it doesn't have to be specifically you. Sometimes we can struggle with the idea of loving ourselves. But what if you could imagine you're taking some universal love and just channeling it through your heart to theirs? And unconditional is really key here because it's about no judgment, no opinions about what's going on. Just imagine being able to send that universal and unconditional love from your heart to this you sitting opposite you, maybe in the mirror. Because love is a healer. This universal and unconditional love is a healer. So what you're sending is a healing of the you that did not feel confident because they were humiliated, because they were shown up, because they did something wrong and there was a consequence to it. I don't know what it was. And it doesn't much matter, just that you can allow them to really begin to absorb that unconditional and universal love coming in to their heart and beginning to fill their heart up, filling them up all the way through their chest, down their arms, up through their head, and down into the abdomen. This unconditional and universal love, filling them up. And if it helps, put a color to it. Maybe a tune you may have, whichever works for you. This is about helping that you in the mirror that's not feeling confident, beginning to absorb the healing, the love, the confidence that they deserve in this situation. And as it starts to fill them up all the way down through their abdomen, their pelvis, down through their legs, all the way down to their feet and their toes, that they are completely filled up. I want you to notice how they're starting to shift and to change in some way. Maybe they have a small smile on their face. Now, I need to be clear, they may not go from completely unconfident to massively confident. Sometimes it's a process and you just need to move something. Maybe a small degree, a small emphasis that lets you know that this you in the mirror is starting to shift and to change. And the more you listen to this, I wonder, wouldn't it be awesome if this you in the mirror starts to shift and change so that those old times when you were feeling a lack of confidence or feeling unconfident can start to diminish, becoming smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, until eventually they can just disappear. So in a moment, we can leave that channel open to that part of you that didn't feel confidence until such time as they are feeling it. And you might notice by the fact that they are sitting more upright, perhaps, that their shoulders are back and down, that they have got a smile on their face. Whatever lets you know that they're feeling better, you can then release them back to where they came from in your imagination, in that mind, deeper mind of yours, knowing that any time you can tap into them and send them what they need, because love is the healer. I'm going to count you back very slowly now, 1 to 5, with 1. And if you decide to keep that channel open, that's okay too. That will not be any harm to you or to them. It will build the confidence and the belief in yourself, because that was a younger you too, a younger you who didn't have the knowledge and the experience and the life skills that you do now, because you know stuff. It's not always in your head that you know this stuff, but it's there, you know, in your inner knower. what that needs to happen and how to be. And here's the thing. 3, you can use this method of sending love, not just to the you that's unconfident, but what if you could do it to the room full of people that you're going to present to? What if you could do this to the person you've got to have a difficult conversation with? Just unconditional love, sending them whatever they need. As 4, bringing back with you everything you need right now that will help you the most, not just today, but tomorrow and out into your future. As 5, coming back into the room, wiggling your fingers and your toes, opening your eyes and giving yourself a moment to ponder, to reflect, to pause on what you may have just learnt about yourself. You are so much more than you realize. Welcome back.